Hey, welcome to my match with Sam. This is third match of this season, so I'm getting them played. I'm a responsible individual. This board has stuff on it, I guess. Wall. Not a lot of trashing, just Hermit. And of course, plenty of incentive to build and build for quite a while. I guess more or less ignoring wall. Probably can do some reasonably big payloads with merchant guilds. It's not, well, and death cards. It's not the best ending payload, but you do what you can, I guess. Definitely the draw is all here. So there's probably either a hermit. I guess you could try the death card opening. That would be like a angle to spike King's Court. Though you're not maybe that likely to spike it. The Hermit looks... Road Network, probably not very good. Can do Hermit. He has the 5-2, I guess. Maybe he wants to swap his hobble. Oh no, he doesn't have the 5-2. He just passed his turn, I guess. I'm gonna get another Hermit. This Hermit won't trash. Could think about the death card, but Wishing Wells will obviously just be really good to have in your deck in general. You know what? I'm going to experiment a little bit. Why not? This one I'll probably take the Madman on. So I'll gain a Hermit and then take a Madman. The death card is actually probably just garbage, but you know, whatever. Oh no, oh well, this doesn't matter. I was thinking I wanted to hit 3, but I don't actually care about that. I'll just buy a well here. I hope he drew his Madman. Buys wells. That's probably okay. I do want to get the necro, so and I did. Hooray me. Okay. I don't think it's worth trying to keep that. We'll find out now if he had his madman, if he drew his madman off that one thing or not. Or no, I guess. Yeah, we'll find out. Look at those wishes. So he'll have 7 too, just because because he'll have all his coppers. If I get to 5, I'll probably do Merchant Guild. Maybe Ghost Ship. Any of the 5s would be reasonable, I think, to buy. Maybe Hunting Party least, but yeah, if I have 2 coppers on top here, I'll have a decision. King Court being on the very top wouldn't be very good for me. So he buys us spices, which I guess is fine. I mean, he's still pretty likely to get to 7 on his next turn. Okay. Well. I guess I still keep doing this. That's fine. I'll save the death card. And then I have to think about what I want to buy. I don't know that I have what's in there. Necro, 2 coppers, King's Court. And Hermit. Necro, 2 coppers, King's Court, Hermit. It's not really a very good hand. I gotta think, what does the spices do for me? Because I don't really want to king, say, the Hermit. It's not terribly appealing. I can get a Madman next turn. I mean, likely I just go King's Court just doesn't get played, and then I trash Necro and buy, or trash Necro, gain Hermit and Madman. I'll try the spices, I guess. It's a bit unlucky to have, or to, well, on the one hand I did get my 5, so that was good, but to pull all the Wishing Wells out wasn't so great. that's okay. We are going to have it's not super easy to 3-pile here without putting yourself at and scoring, I guess. It's not the easiest thing anyway. He just buys a king's court, which seems perfectly reasonable to me. I'll king the wishing well, of course. This is a nice turn for him. I still have death card, which is kind of nice for me. He's wishing well, as they say. He's drawn deck here. I don't know if there's really much hermiting he can do that is useful to him. We'll see. I assume, well, he may go 2-5s here. That wouldn't be unreasonable. Versus the one king's court. He might go HP Merchant Guild or Ghost Ship Merchant Guild. It's a little bit... HP is definitely safer. He could go Death Cart King's Court also. He goes Spices again. That I'm not really that big of a fan of. He gets the Ghost Ship. Yeah, it's okay. Ghost Ship doesn't hit as hard as maybe you'd want. Since they get one card back free basically every turn, but well, I do not wish as well as him, unfortunately, but I still wish okay-ish, I guess. Oh no, I just can't read the log. I am lucky. Never mind. Okay. So there's still 2 coppers, Death Cart. Madman. I don't really want the Madman, but I guess it's still just gotta be coppers. Oh, look at me. I just alternated coppers for this entire deck. Okay. The main pull now would be Death Cart. And in fact, I'm not much incentivized to draw on here beyond this. I think I still have another Hermit, so I can trash this one. And go like King's Court something. And I've got the Madman in there and another well, so that's good. This is actually just like a super lucky turn for me. I'm thinking King Merchant Guild. What I'm leaning towards. It's maybe a little greedier than like king ghost ship or king hunting party. Well, it's certainly more greedy than that, but whatever. It's not so bad because the madman's in here. Or it's not so greedy. He will, you know, he has a pretty good shot of getting to his ghost ship. But I'll still draw a lot. How much exactly, I don't know, but obviously if I had king in hand, this would be, well, that was extremely unlikely, but if I did have a king in hand, I would have gotten to then the madman would have been really big. My main goal here would be like a ghost ship or a hunting party. And the ghost ship attack still hurts, of course. And I don't mean to imply that it does nothing. He does have 12, I guess, if he drew everything. I assume he did. I mean, either he drew everything or he has a wishing well in hand that he can still play to draw more. He could hermit for a silver, I guess, if he wanted double king. I don't really expect that that's his play here, but to get the last copper is reasonable. Oh yeah, he has 2 spices. I forgot he had 2 spices. So he can go king merchant guild or something. I assume it's a merchant guild, but it could be an HP. Yeah, that's fine too. This is not particularly fine, I wouldn't say. But I can live with it, I think. I guess I should have I didn't think about taking the Ruin Library. I don't think I will, though. If he draws again, then I'll be in trouble. I'm still kind of likely to be in trouble. I have to essentially wish for wells. Well, I don't have to, but there's 3 wells left, 2 king's courts, and a copper. So, okay, so there's 2. Trying to think what sequence do I not draw farther on, right? I guess there are a few, but there's probably like a clear right wish. So there's 2 wishing wells, 2 king's courts, and a copper. So if there's a copper on top, I'm for sure not drawing on. or I'm not drawing big this turn. If there's I mean, unless I wish it. If there's like King's Court or something, I would still have to get the next wish right. And then if there's Wishing Well, then I have some chance to basically just... I mean, a correct wish probably is more important than... If it's a Wishing Well, I basically get another shot, so I don't need a wish for that. But King's Court or Copper is reasonable. Because if it's Copper and I straight up don't wish Copper, now I die. There's no way. There are outs with the other ones. But I don't know if it's more important to preserve the outs right now versus just trying to make my turn good. I don't know what the odds are there. I guess there's still a chance if even if it's Copper on top, if I do Wishing Well, but I guess there are outs for all of them, so. Okay, now the only out here is, this is still not really an out, is it? So now I have King, I have King Copper, right? So unless there's two King's Courts, I can still draw. Or not King Copper, King Wishing Well. Yeah. That's about what we'd expect to happen. I mean, I don't know. I think my logic, I don't know that my decisions were correct, but I think I thought through the scenarios correctly. I don't know if I picked right, but anyway. We know we have King Wishing Well on top now, so that's pretty good. He's pretty likely to have King if he draws a little bit further. I still have this Death Cart, which is a bit of a, it's just sort of a nice ace in the hole. Now that Ruined Village I have now is not quite so nice, but we'll see what we can do here. Really is difficult to somewhat difficult to end it here with the wall. I guess if you do like an estate pile out, that's not that crazy, but since you're at least going to be points neutral that way. He has not like a lot of payload, additional payload to bring to bear this turn. It's not like he wants to King Hermit. I guess even if I had drawn some of those things, it wouldn't have been clear that I needed to. The shuffle I triggered wouldn't have been that super nice. I can't believe I'd have a hard time seeing anything but King's Court Merchant Guild, but maybe he just doesn't like the Merchant Guilds. I don't know. He could do King Merchant Death Cart. Merchant Guild Death Cart. Though there's maybe some risk of giving me a pile out that way. Though it would be kind of hard for me to actually do it. Just given my starting hand. Or, yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty hard without doing king-king. On everything. On all kings. I think. It's just hard to pile without the wall, with the wall, as I keep saying. So he goes hunting party. He's not really increasing payload ever, which I find a little odd, but this could go very badly or reasonably okay. So pretty badly. I mean, that's not true. That was about as good as I could hope for. I'm not, when I look at these logs, I don't parse them very well. Clearly. I parse them a bit like a dingus. Well, ghost ship would draw on. And well would draw on. Nope. Okay. So we're gonna do the Merchant Guild. I'm gonna play Death Card on the Hermit and probably just buy a King's Court. I don't have 12, so my next draw could, of course, go very badly still. Could be double hunting party also. That's not wild. Okay. We're going to be able to get to the ghost ship on our next turn, so this is pretty good. Assume he'll take a King's Court. Well, he doesn't really have the payload. Adding a King's Court doesn't really increase what he can do on his turn by that much. The only thing that it would do would be, I should probably get a Hermit back. Just for 3-pile threat. So he goes with the Death card, which is fine. If I had a Hermit, I would have a okay-ish shot at finishing, but well, maybe if I can get 5 buys. Yeah, I think with the Hermit I would probably have a shot at finishing on my turn, but I guess I should play one Wishing Well and see if I can get King-King. We have 4 coppers, there's 5. Okay, that's beautiful. I'll just do the ghost ship. I don't really know these well enough to... Okay. So we're going to draw through here. Now there's 1 copper and a Merchant Guild. I do need the merchant guild, so I guess I'm just gonna draw everything no matter what. Maybe that wasn't quite automatic, but now I could blow up Death Cart. How much money does that give me, and is it... Well, it's sure not a win, but I could rebuy it. I would feel better about doing that if there were... some other things on the board, or if I had some other stuff in hand. What do I have here? 5, 8, 11, 13, 20. Like Province, King's Court, Hunting Party is okay-ish, though maybe I need a Hermit. I'm gonna say don't throne. Maybe there was some much better thing to do here, but okay. So this could be King's Court, Hunting Party, Hermit. Could be King's Court, Hunting Party, Merchant Guild, Hermit. I think I like the... Hopefully this isn't too aggressive. This is good starting hand. Pretty good starting hand anyway. If he goes ships me, I can skip 1 copper, which is nice. This is nice that all of the all of his King's Courts are being played singly. That makes it less likely that he can finish. I guess he can, like, I don't know if he can draw all this stuff and play it. I don't think he'll have the villages. I was gonna say he might be able to king hermit and gain the hermits, and then, but he wouldn't have the actions to play all that. I don't think, and still win. Hope not. Maybe he does. We'll find out. He's got 4 buys. I don't think he has a rune market. No, 2 libraries. So, like, he could king the hermit, he could play the death card, but then he would still have to buy 3 death cards, and that'd be gaining too many cards. He couldn't, province wouldn't offset that. I don't think. So, I don't believe it's possible. So he's just going for, I assume maybe scoring. I could still, I have a good opening hand, but I could still dud. He can triple province. Triple province hunting party is okay. He kept his death card, so that's, I mean, it's like, oh, road network. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. I could just be like stopped after this whole bit though. Okay, so what did I discard each time? Discards a copper, wishing well, and a hunting party. Discards a copper. So 2 coppers, wishing well, and hunting party are in the discard. I can have 5 buys. I cannot have $40. I don't think. Maybe if Hermit plays, I can get 40. Maybe if Hermit gains silvers, I can get 40. I'd have to think about that. Merchant Guild is 3. Death card's 15. 18, 22. 29. 31. Now that starts to feel like it would be too many. I think without having king from the start, we may be short on that. Since the hermit there's only +6. Now if there was a way to gain spices mid-turn. I can also, he bought a road network, I can wait. I don't have to green. I can add another death card or something. Well, probably not another death card, but I could add a merchant, another merchant, maybe another King's Court, and like a spices, and try and wait another turn if I don't think there's a good path forward for me. The hard part here, of course, will be trying to get another King's Court with a draw card in hand still. I don't know what is exactly the best thing to play to do that. Because obviously nothing's really guaranteed to do it very well. So 2 coppers left in deck. I don't think I can do it with our Hermit chains. Even if I do like Hermit for a Hermit, which nets $10, that would be enough money if I can king it all. I don't know if it's possible or not. I think I still have 3 King's Courts in deck, which means 5 actions, so I've got to play Death card and Merchant Guild. Then I gotta play Hermit, and I gotta play a draw card to pick the stuff up. Both pick up a Hermit and pick up the stuff the Hermit's drawing. And then I have to have some additional draw as well. So, not sure about that. Okay. This is alright, I suppose. Though it can still go kind of bad. What was my oh, I just had a ruined village. I don't have any ruins. Okay. Okay, I gotta do this stupid math again. So it's 15, 18, 22. Coppers 29, spices 31. So then I need $9 more. And Hermit's Hermit Gaming Hermit would do it. My problem is I won't be able to draw all this stuff as well. Like I do have more hunting parties, but I'm not going to draw the whole deck if I do the thing where I gain 7 cards off Hermit or whatever, 8 cards off Hermit. So then the alternative question is like, is there a play that lets me empty, say, the estates and buy enough provinces and fairgrounds to still win, right? That's also feasible, or somewhat feasible. Or like hermits and estates or something. Or hermits and like ruins or something. Since I can chain and trash things as I gain them too. I don't actually have to keep that many in the deck. I have to keep a few in the deck, but some actions I can lose. So that would give me another option. It's the points, which are a pain to calculate. So he has 3 provinces. So I probably need to get 5 really good green cards to make up for the probably the difference in gains. So that's not even much cheaper than just getting 5 provinces. And unless the fairgrounds were 6, which they're just not going to be, right? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably not still going to have a death cart unless I buy one. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 is really easy. 15 is probably not realistic unless I get a couple of uniques from the death cart, a death cart buy or something. Oh, I want to say there probably, this would be like easy to test if you're just playing, if you could just do trial and error. He doesn't care. I don't need to tell him that. I have to king both hermits or it doesn't work. So that would suggest I need to have like both the king's court and the hermit in hand now, if I want to try to do the if I want to try and do the finish. So I still have 2 wishing wells, right? Or what did I discard earlier? I discarded a copper, 1 wishing well, 1 hunting party, and another copper. And then the next I haven't discarded. So there's 2 wishing wells and a ghost ship down in the bottom here. This is so stupid. Will it even work? Like, I have to draw so much. There's another hunting party, but it has to draw uniques, which is a pain. I'm going to go for it. It's fun. Well, this was bad, because if it's a ghost ship, that was just the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. This is like so not a good way to do this. I'm not going to have enough draw, probably. All right. Also, if I don't draw the hermit, it doesn't work. Though I can still wait to lose on a different turn if he doesn't draw. Yeah, this still has like only 1/3 chance of succeeding. I think it's that low. If I had made that last wish, it would be a little higher, but I guess I can get additional hermits. That maybe will increase the chances, but this is so stupid. guess the good thing is I get to see whether I made it or not ahead of time. So I can just hold if I didn't make it by fairgrounds or something. Well, I probably won't buy a green card, but well, one green card isn't too crazy. Right, this is just not sufficient. Right, it's 7, 9, 16, 18, 33, 37. So there's no, yeah. Well, I can throw the hunting party, I guess. I mean, unless there's an alternative path where I empty the hermits and the I don't think so. Actually, it was already worse than 1/3 because when I played that one wishing well, that was potentially just end of the line. That was 2/3 already, or 1/3 chance of failure. Anyway, I don't still need it. I don't think. Oh, sorry. Well, probably one green card isn't too bad. Hunting party is probably okay. I can go King's Court, hunting party, maybe spices. Of course, each of those, there needs to be some upside, which is not clear there would be. Could go hunting party, merchant guild, King's Court. That's 17. And might as well get another hunting party, right? That's not going to be what breaks it. Or it could be another ghost ship, I mean. Well, that's not quite as good. So hunting party, merchant guild. Or it could be 2 merchant guilds. But I could have got 1 province, but because that doesn't change his draw very much. I mean, he has a wishing well, I assume. I didn't like increase my money by a huge amount here either. And I'm already on, well, hands that aren't going to do me a whole lot of good. So he's just going to buy another province. I don't even know what to wish for. I mean, obviously not a drawing card yet, but there's 4 coppers. I guess that's still the most plentiful dud. Okay, here we go. Now wishing for copper isn't quite as important, though it's still the most likely thing, right? I don't know even now. 20 points just gives me 4. The fairgrounds are worth 3. I'm going to be able to score some by death carding away actions, but okay, I gotta count here. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got three action plays left. So that could be Ghost Ship, Death Cart, Merchant Guild. And I think that'll be okay for the finish. I guess I should count. I mean, I don't know what else I would play anyway, but 4 is 32. I know I have that much money for sure, but so I'll score 3 on Death Cart plays. I can score an additional point on a Hermit play. So that's 4 points. And then the provinces are 5 points, so that's 20 on provinces. 24, that'll give me 8. So then I need 2 fairgrounds and a duchy. Assuming we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Also pretty close to upping the fairground. We can do that with the ruins and curse if we have to. Just question of whether that works out points wise. Or money wise. Harem may be an option. I may need the silver more than I need the estate here, so I need to check that. I guess I can't actually guarantee drawing that. I should have kept a... I don't know if this even matters, but well, it's such a pain. Okay, so right now I have 20, 30, 38, $45. So that's certainly enough for provinces. 45, and then 2 fairgrounds is in. But that's not winning. 7. What did I say? 30, 38, 45. So I'm at 13 above. I could be at 15 above. That would give me 6. That's not as good. I don't know that I actually have a win. I score another point off the honey party, right? I may just have a tie. I gotta think now about if there's a way to get the fairgrounds up and it work for me. I don't know what the last card is. It's probably a wishing well, right? One, 2, 3, 4. Must be a wishing well. Can I score 2 points off the hermit play? Can I gain a hermit, trash a card, then play the hermit to gain an estate, trash a card? That's just the same, right? I mean, I don't have to go for the finish here either, technically. Just going to continue being more of a pain. Hermit gains silver, trash nothing, or trash 1, trash the honey party. Gives me up to, I'll still have minus 13, and then I'll have 30, 47 points. That's not enough. It's not enough. If I'd bought what am I at unique wise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't have $48, do I? No, that was the whole thing. I mean, I can just... I mean, he could easily be dudded again. I have a wishing well on top, so I'll leave that. I'm gonna have to score some here. State scores a point. Provinces are 20 points. A state with the trash scores a point. Provinces are 20 points. And then that's, oh geez, 8. I can get... I guess the question here is whether I would have... I'm overdrawing here by a few cards. If I had not... if I had not done the... if I had kinged this hermit, would I have been able to get a finish? And I don't know the answer to that. Well, I guess I can just see what you do. What he does the next turn again. Could probably buy a death cart. Can probably buy a king. I guess, well, he would keep that. This is so bad. Well, of course, eventually he's just going to have king HP, or well, or whatever, in hand. I mean, unfortunately, my death card buy probably makes a finish for him. Well, yeah. I mean, definitely if I had drawn on my next turn, I would have got it, but... That's okay though. It was a funny game. Because he still has his death card, right? Well, he played it a second ago, didn't he? So he probably hasn't shuffled since he played it. Only good thing here is that he doesn't have any coffers. I guess I did trash a bunch of my draw, didn't I, on that one turn? Oh well. Another well, yeah. His big thing here is just to try and get to his well, like his spices. I don't know what he had that turn. He bought the province. Death card, wishing well. So he didn't have any of his spices then. So, like, he probably will have it just with spices in hand by the end of this playing stuff. Since on his, well, I don't know exactly what he had on his previous turn, but bunch of actions, I guess. He could have had like $4, and then there's nothing useful really for him to buy, but that's probably close to it. Maybe not quite, but if he has the other spices in hand, it's probably it. Ideal is that this hand that he didn't do anything on had like $4 in it. He'll be able to fairgrounds at the least, I assume. Oh, well, that's just easy. If he... Wait. Oh, I see. But that's still pretty much win, isn't it? Like, that's already win in hand. Unless I'm missing... Oh, he discarded one of the spices. Okay. I was thinking this was the hunting party thing is so confusing because you don't know which things are in their hand and which things are whatever discarded, but it's like, all right. I could have, I mean, actually, I don't think my pile lowering mattered there. He was going to be able to score enough to make it really, really hard for me to do anything. He had the death card in hand too, I think. He just did the quickest finish. But I don't think my pile lowering really enabled it. Just based on what I could tell was in his hand. But alright, so that took a long time. I expect I didn't do enough on my previous turn to get ready to catch him. Like I could have greened one. Should have probably bought a province, but I was really thinking that if I drew deck that I would have enough stuff to finish on the next turn, but that was just simply not true. This has Ironworks Mill, which is pretty good. Reasonably good anyway. And not like a whole lot of other stuff to really do, to be honest. you might as well take the free-ish points. I'm gonna get a silver. I guess there is cartographer patrician, which makes some sense to go for. I'm not sure. It's probably fine in any case. Oh, here's the 5-2. Well, that makes sense then. Probably be an estate or a patrician buy for me. Hopefully draw an estate. Gets a temple. So that was a bit unfortunate draw, but that's okay. Buys a market. This is not ideal, but probably apprentice the patrician. Try and draw a little bit better here. I was quite lucky. I mean, he has like 2 cards that could hit. Probably buy an Emporium. I would buy an Emporium if I had the money, I guess. I'm not sure if you buy anything on 3. I guess silver's still okay. I mean, there's nothing for that to hit. Not super in love with my draws, but such is life. What's in the trash? Patrician. Okay, he still didn't have. Well, come on. So the upside of patrician is potentially hitting archive. That was not happening. So no need to worry about it. That's not really how you decide whether you should worry about something, but I should get another archive, but He's pretty likely to have the Emporium buy this turn if he wants it. That wasn't very good at all, really. I don't know why he chose to do that. Maybe he wanted it. I guess he could want it, but it seems a little weird. Seems a little weird to me, but there was a chance of finding the market, so I don't know that what we're doing is all that inspiring. Well, I know it's not inspiring. I just don't know if it's super bad or if it's just whatever. What do you do there? So my question is, do I want to try and get the temple, I guess? I suppose I already have the temple guaranteed because of the thing. Did I get to? Yes, I did. Hooray. Maybe he didn't have any actions, but I would be zombie apprenticing more than... Right now we're not too wildly far apart in deck content. I might have a few more mills and he might have a few more somethings. I don't really know. Now the ironworks are sadder. They weren't like browbeaters before. I could trash this one to Zombie Apprentice and probably be fairly happy with one just being in the trash. My goal for this turn would be to gain a temple and the Emporium. That would be my goal. Don't know what is the best way to do that, but there's only coin. I guess there is a village. I was gonna say there's no villages, but there's coins. So, I can already do pretty much the things I want to do. The only other thing I would want to maybe do is get a temple. Or trash the temple or something. Like trash the temple to zombie apprentice would be okay to do. This drawing it out though is pretty okay as well. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gaining a thing, so. Well, I have 15 points. Ha. I mean 15 chips. Powerful, powerful chips. Now we're just gonna buy provinces. Like, probably want a gold, and then you buy provinces. You may not even stop for a gold. May get a like a just silvers from ironworks, or not even worry about it. Get more necromancers. I was gonna say he could toss 5s in there and then draw them with the patrician. I assume that's what he's gonna do. Well, that's fine too, I guess, whatever it is. It's not clear exactly what he's doing, but or it's not clear to me. It was all maybe a bit strange, but I don't know. See if he double 5s. He may just double 5. 11 would be pretty good. Like gold market would be pretty good. Or gold, or like gold cartographer, gold archive would be better, but something like that. Gold market's okay because then you can go province gold the next turn if you draw. Gold market's okay. You might think about one cartographer. I don't know that 12 is all that special. I mean, it allows you to trash, I guess. And then you can I mean, it allows you to do some things. Also, I don't know what he has set aside, so that could matter as well, of course. Ideal thing there would have been to find the temple. Would be what we would like to find. I don't think there are any targets left, so yeah. I don't know what else I can really pick up that would help me. I could leave it to be apprenticed, but I mean, I could apprentice the ironworks. I can leave it in hopes, but the necro is getting low. I guess I could have. Maybe he'll let me. Wait, is zombie mason terminal? I'm being real stupid. I should mason it. Okay. I don't know about the coin. It could be good eventually. It's not going to be good immediately, so that's potentially quite bad. Oh, there was another temple. Well, I hope I find one of the necromancers. Because right now this hand is very sad. I get to put another mill into it, so I get to cantrip quite a bit, but... The necros are going to probably run. They're kind of the natural target for the Ironworks gangs. Though sometimes you can gain the temples too when they're worth more points. That's interesting. So that's really risky, right? Like, I certainly have enough money in deck to win. That's really bizarre, that necro buy. Because, like, this is, like, really easy. If I have any sort of good turn. Now, I don't have a good hand. So that's a bit of a problem. But it's pretty easy for me to... it's pretty easy for me to empty those. I only need $10. That was kind of weird. What else is in the... I mean, I only need $8. Now I only need $8 because I have the... the patrician. I guess it's already... Well, I need another buy. Do I not have the buys? Is that his thinking? But I don't need the buys, right? Because I can play a temple and gain a point as soon as I have $8. Also, I have the buys. So it's just really weird all around. I mean, I would have let him undo, of course, if he. The game was probably reasonable, but even the game was potentially risky. I mean, I likely would have granted it. Okay. Is there good trashing? So the question here is like, if you just go cultists, will you lose to somebody who gets governors and amulets and trashes and stuff? I just don't see it. I mean, I don't see not taking the cultist on 5. I'm not really sure how I should play the remainder, but you can treat it like a witch. He buys a mill. That's reasonable to hit 5, I guess. I'll have to think how to go about the rest of this, because it's not clear to me. Because I can he can of course get trashed eventually. I'm gonna try the cultist thing. I don't know. It's not totally clear to me how that should go down. Or what I can mix in, I guess, is more the question. So far, he's not trashed at all. So in that sense, he just kind of has a similar deck to mine. Or a similar approach to the deck. I was thinking on his open that he would actually maybe try and skip cultists. I'm not saying that that is necessarily the best thing to do, but it's something I've considered. I'm not drawing great here. I wouldn't say. I don't know if a mill is worth the battlefield points. He's kind of got me considering them, but they're really kind of bad in the cultist deck. But I guess they don't really prevent your cultist from chaining any worse than a silver does. I'm going to draw it right here and not hit 5, though. Well, that didn't happen. I don't know why I bought one. I don't actually like it. I much prefer silver, and then as big a rate as you can manage at some point. I don't like them at all. I don't know why I bought that. Just because it's 3 points isn't isn't sufficient here. I'm afraid. I am not drawing very well, though. Well, okay, I'm drawing okay. But the cultists are kind of bottom decking a little bit. I think I'm okay with him buying more mills, though, for sure. I think I got 6 of this runes in there, which is good. I'll probably start raiding on any, like, I don't know, 2+ silver hands. Because there's no reason not to do that. Province is not actually totally crazy given that it's got the extra points on it. It's pretty questionable, though. Not gonna lie. Dream draw here is 2 silvers. That's not gonna happen. 1 silver copper would also be super good. It's not 100% clear to me that I gain much by playing this, but I guess I can find cultists on top and potentially get a good raid in. The province was, I think, questionable. Well, that was a really good draw. I'll definitely keep raiding through this shuffle. See if he follows. Another cultist would be okay for me too. Like if I get a 5 hand without 2 silvers, I may just take another cultist. But if it's got multiple silvers, then I'll definitely just go ahead and do a raid. This is gross. So, mill isn't really doing anything for me here. Trade route will eventually be worth a lot, but the thing is that I can add other stuff in. It just doesn't help me that much. I have not drawn mill dead yet, so it's been fine in that sense. I feel like he's definitely drawn better than me. He's only trashed twice, but well, I mean, beyond the fact that I got to open 5-2, of course. He goes farmland, state. Guess you could get beggar. It's not crazy. It's not good. Hopefully I start drawing province hands now. this gets to 4 silvers, I may still raid again before the shuffle. Probably that turn I took a province, I could have done a farmland something into something instead if I wanted the battlefield points. But so this is questionable, but I'm gonna do it. There's not a third pile, right? It's just him. Trying to, like, the third pile is duchies maybe? Or farmlands, could be something like that. I have to hope that we go to provinces though, so. There's no real incentive here to play this unless he raids me. Then I'll play it. Okay. I'm not sure. It's basically just one cultist dead. That's not that bad, but he hasn't played his amulet in a very long time. Or I'm just not paying attention when he does it. I guess he played it at some point in there. Okay. Now I'm feeling better. At least a little bit. He hasn't trashed a cultist yet, which will definitely be a thing he will want to try at some point. I expect. But we're not quite there yet. Should I go for the pure points play? Or should I go for the improvement play? I guess I'm going to go for the pure points play. I guess it's not really, well, it is a little better. The farmland is, of course, a target for farmland later on. Okay, he gets a province. The risk, of course, of additional farmlands is that it may open up a finish for him. 7's, of course, sad, but what can you do? He probably hits 8 here. Yeah, when they hit, well, I don't know if he had exact 8, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like getting the farmlands is just like asking to get beat on a 3 pile. Realistically, I need both these provinces. So probably I'm just lost anyway. He'll probably hit 8 before then off his beggar or something. But lowering that to 3 is not my favorite thing to do here, because he could lower it to 2 on the next turn, and then probably won't even hit 8 here. My shuffle there went, 6 7 6 7 6 7. Yeah, I can't catch him now. I can with the gold farmland, but yeah, his was more spiky, and I went, like I said, I went like 6 7 6 7, which didn't work. I can't get sick. I can't do farmland duchy here, so I just have to do duchy. Right, the farmland doesn't help me that much. I can play the spoils this way. Or the survivors, I mean. I could go for farmland duchy. Of course, if he hits 6, he'll be able to do farmland estate mill or something, finish the game. It's not clear that I really should get the farmland at all. And that only works if I draw silver anyway, so not worth it. This doesn't matter though. This is an okay hand, but I need the gold. I need to hit 6 with the gold to score enough, I think. Yeah. It's just, I won't even be able to do anything next turn because it'll be too many pile lowering things. I can buy the duchy. No, I can't even buy the duchy, right? Or if I buy the duchy, I might as well do farmland duchy. If he buys mill, 8 still doesn't win, so he has to have a total dead hand, and that's not going to happen. I mean, I guess I could buy this and get a governor or cultist. Would that be enough? No, that's still not enough. He just has to have nothing in hand. I would have got it, though, if he had had the nothing. Or just the estate. That, I'm not sure about my first province, but then basically our greening shuffle, his was just better than mine, I would say. Maybe I'm biased, but I was at 7s and 6s, and he hit like 5s and 8s more. It felt like, but maybe that was just the nature of the decks. This will be a goons thing with try and keep encampments, but probably not at the probably not at the risk of falling too far behind at the start, but I don't really know what you open though. You can open Devil's Workshop. Well, Devil Workshop seems easy because you can get the gold on a turn that you like by Expedition, which is cool. But what you pair it with isn't super clear to me. You could do Gladiator. You could also just pair it with an Expedition. Somehow you want to have, you know, encampments. Maybe just open Devil's Workshop encampment. I guess, well, because Goons is your buy, so I was going to say that maybe Groundskeeper could be sufficient points to compete with Goons. But then, which it might be, but you still need a Goons. But it does make the villages maybe not so essential to the split. Or the split, as long as you have a couple at the end, probably you can still do okay-ish. But like 4-1 would be fairly rough, I think. It's not that easy to keep them around also, but the opening to me is hard though. Because how do you get the Goons? How do you get the Seers and things? You could get a Gladiator, I guess. I kind of like Gladiator, just in general, it's fun. So he hits 5 just by... Oh no, he bought an Expedition, yeah. He didn't magic himself a 5, but... Probably go Goons encampment here. I would like a trader just for the single card trashing. Just for the copper trashing. But maybe not right now. I'm not sure exactly when to get it. Piazza will be worth getting, of course. Well, it's a little risky with encampments, but I think still it's worth it. He's trying to figure out if he wants to keep expanding the deck or whether he just wants to trash a copper. I mean, I think in general I prefer the copper trash to the estate. But I'll probably just buy an expedition here. That wasn't so great. Well, if the gold is with the expedition, it's pretty good. Here will be a seer for me. I do have expedition with gold. I mean, it sucks that, not expedition, encampment. It sucks that all this stuff got bottom decked in this fashion, but not so much I can do about it. Okay. Not in general, anyway. At least he didn't find his goon, so. This will probably be encampment expedition for me. In theory, it could be like a double expedition, depending. I don't think we're ready for the piazza yet. Or at least there are things that are going to run out before we're interested in the piazza, I would say. He bought the piazza. That was a great seer. Super fantastic seer. Okay. Gotta think here, though. Whether I want to imp for the estate. I mean, that's probably better. I can't quite figure on it. If I want the trash. I could expedition encampment, gain expedition with the Devil's Workshop. I don't really need this, but it's a question of an imp versus some other thing. If I can keep the encampments, that's going to be bonkers good. Or like a patrician, that will also be really good. I'm going to say copper trash. Even though imp is of course fantastic. I could go, I mean, I don't have to buy an expedition. The next turn, I guess Goons hurts Expedition quite a bit. He's like, when did he buy his Goons? Shuffles their deck, buys the Goons. Shuffles the deck. Okay, so he does have Goons likely coming up. So that makes Expedition less good. So it could be Seer Encampment or Seer Patrician or Patrician Encampment, double encampment. That was a nice piazza for him. I don't know if that's actually right, but it was a very nice piazza. I don't know if there's a way he could have set it up or he was just lucky. I'll take a plunder. Patrician will be good. Kind of expect him to go Patrician Seer, but he could go Patrician Plunder, I guess. Like, he's talking about this turn like it was crazy. I mean, it worked out good because of how terrible it was, but it wasn't like a great shuffle. Or it was a good draw, but I don't know if the whole turn was all that great. You go in Seer Goons, Plunder Goons. Yeah. Hopefully, well, this should draw some more encampments. Last card's Goons. Now we're about average. I don't actually know that's true. This is like, I don't even know what's down there. Maybe it's like 4 coppers estate. Like, it's a terrible hand. 4 coppers estate, Gladiator. Like, it's a completely untenable hand. I should technically not play everything, I guess, but I mean, I can try and Expedition, I guess, to try and see something. Though what I can see maybe is not really sufficient to rescuing the turn. I mean, unless I just double expedition, then I might save the turn. I hope this is really terrible for him. Okay, that was really rotten luck for him. I can probably buy Piazza soonish. He got 2 goons down. Well, that's a lot of money. I would think he just wants like triple seer. Well, that's probably not true. Maybe patrician double seer. I would probably take a patrician as him. I'm pretty likely to just not be able to do much here. Maybe double patrician. I'm fine with triple seer too. That's okay. Need to be at least a little bit careful to not trigger too stupid of a shuffle. Okay, that's good. Or good enough. Here I'll get the last seer and 2 patricians. And an imp. Definitely gonna... I'm just making sure I have the money, but I do. So I guess we ended up splitting the seers. It wouldn't be crazy to go seer plunder patrician. I think. Maybe I'll try that. So this is potentially bad. Okay. He's losing encampment, so that's okay for me. If I don't lose my encampments here and I get another one, I'm in like super great shape. I'm already in good shape. But he didn't get by, so like he didn't buy fortune, but it's not like the best thing ever. Okay. Like that 5 silver gain hurts so much. I'll probably get a Crownskeeper here. It's nice to have additional imp targets. May get the Piazza. Maybe another Goons. Okay, I could try to leave a Plunder on top. I'm not sure how important it is to try and do that. And I don't know how many other cards that would leave. I'm going to play some of these imps anyways. Alright, let's just go ahead and draw. So I did not know there was an encampment. I wasn't paying attention. So I can, if I want, get a fortune and another gold, which is probably okay. I don't know what I guess this state is the thing to reveal. Do I want the gold and the fortune, though? That's what I can't figure on. It does hurt the seers, though it helps the patricians. I'm going to have 3 buys all, so that would be encampment, fortune, patrician. Definitely doing this. Definitely doing this. Just whether I want to get the fortune or not. The other buy is nice. I guess I'll do it. This is really nice. Emporium and Groundskeeper will be great buys for me. I'm going to assume Plunder's a little bit better than gold. That may or may not be true. Look at that heroic seer. Top decks of fortune. Well, I guess I can't use the patrician to hit if I want to imp it, but I probably ought to imp it. And I have a reasonable shot of getting that anyway. Now I don't know what's left. I mean, I need to get the other goons for sure, so we're probably just going to draw everything. Okay. 4 buys is not like ending it, but I could expedition once just to make my opening hand a little bit better. I know you're probably going to shrink it, but it gives me better options for discards and stuff. I don't really need to do anything but keep drawing deck. He doesn't have the buys yet. He's got 4 buys, but I mean, he can play for a dud if he wants. Problem is the big points difference too, because like he's not I mean, the fortune emptying is not so far away, but is this just game 4? Oh boy, this is a long one. We're going for the 3-hour match for sure. That'll be easy. I could still dud here. It won't be that duddy, but could be a little bit duddy. Of course, if I draw here, I just win. He knows that. He's just, you know, setting it up. So this will be good enough for me to win, I'm sure. I didn't return any encampments, so that's all in there. Goons. This is 5 buys. I just don't. I already have had multiple times where I've like thought I was finishing, but I wasn't. It's second player advantage tonight. Now we've got no draw. This is our problem here, is there's no draw. There is no draw. Man, this is a weird one. So you can like probably go for piles. Go for tower stuff. You have to gain some of them with... I mean, basically you could have a turn... I mean, you can have like a 5 inventor turn, right? But you have to keep feeding the recruiters, and it has to like line up correctly. It's very strange, actually. You can hold the sages. They're maybe the most valuable tower target because you can hold them in deck. And you should be able to play them before the inventor kind of mucks with them, so that's not really an issue. But it's quite odd beyond that. You can hold a lot of... I mean, what you can do is you can like have a villager accumulation phase and then a, oh, you're just playing inventors phase. That's not unreasonable. But you have to like accumulate a lot of villagers for that phase to work. And then the play inventor phase would basically just be, how can I empty these piles so that I have enough tower points that I beat my opponent? Which isn't clear that, or it's not clear to me how well that'll work out at all. I mean, to do something like this is quite strange, really. Not to mention that they can kind of get a pretty quick, well, I mean, you can get thin quick, obviously. And you can like mint golds or something, but this is very strange. Probably the tower thing just doesn't work as like a... I don't know why I opened silver, though. I don't think I really want a silver opening. But too late. I think he would probably prefer to open with one of the gainers than the silver. But what's done is done. You could also open like chapel wedding, I guess. This may be sad chapel. He goes wedding sage. I think that's strange-ish, but I'm not really sure where I'm headed from here. other than trying to be fairly quick on the provinces. So Chapel did miss. This is okay though. He had the draw where he got to pay off debt and then do the other thing, so that was good for him. Still not 100% sure where I'm going with this. That's probably quite a bit of an understatement. Okay. What I can't quite figure on is I would like some gainer to accelerate the build a little bit instead of just this wedding whatever over and over again. Maybe I can get a mint here. And mint golds. That seems okay. And I probably stopped playing my recruiter for the most part. I mean, I play it when I need to, but I mean, I'll definitely play it next turn. I'm just gonna try to have golds. That's gonna be my. It's gonna be my thing. Having golds. I don't know what his thing is gonna be, but mine's gonna be having golds. I'd be interested if he does can make the thing work. Where the thing is something with Inventor. Some heavy tower pursuit. Just seems like it won't score that much. And that it may not come together at all. Or it may be finicky coming together. Not really sure. Now he's doing the mint. Because he's just kind of following me in this pursuit. Which is fine. I think I'll do one more gold and then I'll start buying provinces. I guess there's a risk if he's following along quickly that I'm not striking while the iron's hot or something. Bottom card is a gold, so I have 4 golds, right? 4 golds is quite a bit, and I'm adding more as I go along. At least sometimes. If I'm far enough ahead, I can play recruiters on provinces. I'll play it here hoping to draw the mint. I may not do it, but... So he falls on province 2. The hope, of course, is just that he can't... that he misses before me. Based on the number of... number of golds in deck. Something like that. That's a theory. Nobody has any extra I guess I'll offer him the tie. He didn't play his recruiters, so he probably can get there. I mean, what's the advantage to me of duchy dancing? I guess the advantage is trying to get a win. He may have missed it right then, I don't know. I don't actually know who's better equipped for this process long term either, to be perfectly honest. It looks like maybe he would have missed it there, but... What's going to be sad is like he's going to go for it, and I'm going to be the one who loses. Which is certainly possible. And now we could just both always fail to do it a lot. This is pretty funny, actually. So... just keep on keeping on. This is so funny. Maybe we'll just empty the golds. I guess doing the recruiter thing, you can do the wedding once. You can't do it twice in a row. If you have 6, you can do it once. Then you have to switch to an estate. can also buy an engineer. Well, that's kind of risky. One debt is not, in this deck for me, one debt is not different than 0 debt. Well, that's not true. But for the purposes of hitting the province on the very next turn, they're the same. I'm not really deck tracking either, so there may be like a point where you just want to do it. I don't know. So he didn't even hit 6 there. So he buys an estate. Okay. So now I can't. I shouldn't reveal that, but whatever. It's okay. We'll play until we run the golds out. That'll be kind of funny. And if you have more golds than your opponent, then you jump big time. So the only issue will be if that is a 3 pile, I guess. This is the stupidest game I've ever played. I'm sure there have been sequences where either one of us could have taken it and won. But I'm definitely ahead on the gold stuff. Well, at least I didn't take the tie. Oh. Finally, first player can overcome his disadvantage. Well, where's the gold counts? Yeah, I was way ahead there. So if we got to the end, I was for sure winning. I have to believe there are probably sequences there where if either one of us had taken the province, they would have won, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure for him. I'm pretty sure that happened to me at some point. So this has outpost as the only additional gains. Well, horde, but you know what I mean. And form, but you know what I mean. Outpost is your pseudo buy here. It's not, I don't know, maybe not the best board ever. Drawn village and whatever, but I'm gonna open Chapel Silver, I guess. You can do other stuff, but He's got a silver. I have to believe it's just Chapel. The question would be like, does Chapel look out for any particular nice things? And I don't think it does. This is good Chapel hand. Anytime you see your Chapel with the 4 trashable things and one estate is nice. So he had collision. I had silver mist, though it's not really that big a deal. I kind of want another silver. I may take Horde now. This next hand can be Forum Estate. That wasn't perfect, but maybe I'll do a farming village here. Well, let's think, because I do have a gold. I got Forum, Gold, and Chapel in the next hand, so what's the order? Because this next hand is likely to be able to buy it. Maybe trash buy something, buy village. So I may want the outpost now, even if I don't play it next turn. See if he has the outpost. Okay, he buys a rabble. Okay. This could be Crown, or it could be something else. Crown is pretty reasonable. I guess these are the clear discards, and if I don't want to buy an estate, I don't. I'm pretty okay right now, I think. He's okay too. This can be Forum Village for me. And then a rabble on the next turn. He buys a gold, okay. So I didn't get, I guess there was never a draw where that was really happening, but. People, I guess I don't have to trash the estate if I'm feeling confident and want it for the tiebreaker. That's not totally absurd. I definitely like having a horde. I'm just gonna try and have a million forums mainly. Mainly forums and crowns. And like probably 2 rabbles, but it doesn't have to be that many. And, you know, depending on how the outpost turns go, some amount of whatevers. If I get enough forums, then I'm less likely to dud, even if I have more golds. Plus the golds aren't that duddy. So he's just gonna have 9 every turn, which is fine. I think 10's a little better, but he could get there. He just needs to add a crown. At least right now my plan is probably keep the estate. There may be space to trash some of the silvers at some point. Okay, he's going province now. This makes the parity a little bit weird because of the outpost turns potentially mucking things up. Now, what should I discard? I'm probably going to trigger. There's going to be 1 card left in deck after I play the rabble, right? Well, yeah, I mean that's true. Whether I'll draw it all or whether this is the thing is bottom decked is another question. Okay. Okay. So I have 11. Now if I double province, I feel like I won't make it if I just go for province right now. I feel like I'm gonna build this turn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then green. This may screw up parity, but and it's not my favorite draw here. Oof, 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 oof. Not good. So this may be losing for me. I mean, even 5 would have been considerably better. But this is pretty awful. I would say. I mean, he can still miss. something. Obviously, the outpost turns are far from safe, or just in general. Here. So, there's more shuffles to play. Okay. I assume this is a rabble, but it could be a crown. Crown looks reasonable too. And maybe he's a little better than a... He's probably looking for crown, not rabble. He didn't get it. I don't know if he has another farming village to clear out what maybe his bad last 3 cards. I guess you can get Night Watchman as well. Maybe I should have got a Night Watchman before my outpost turn. It doesn't really help you, does it? I'm just stupid. Your deck is in hand. So he did crown the farming village to try and clear out a bit there. I'm going to have somewhat of a dilemma here, in that I would really rather play the crown on a rabble, but I'm not that likely to find one if I just play the forum. Though on the other hand, probably not playing it would have been okay too. But I did find it, so... Didn't leave any green on top of his deck. Can I... Well, there's at least a 50-50 if I do it one way, but then can I clear it if it's bad? How much money do I have? 6, 10, 12. 12's not even like that useful of an amount of money. 13 would be okay, but 12 is not that great. Because I can go form... estate. Well, I can just, because I'm not gonna, yeah, I can go form estate, that's fine. Or form even like silver or something, though I'm gonna trigger if it's not the form I've top decked. Okay. This seems alright-ish. But not alrightish enough. The silvers are killing me. Maybe that needed to be Dutchy, I don't know. I feel like I need him to have some stoppage, or it's not gonna... I'm not gonna get there unless he has some duds, which aren't that likely for his deck. I guess if I had tried to crown gold, I could have bought. But, this was pretty bad. I mean, if I had been able to buy the province here, then it would have been a little different, but... as it is, it's really not very good. With a form, given that I top deck a form, that was a little bit unlikely. But not at all impossible. I probably should have trashed more silvers. I should have trashed a silver, right? Yeah, because I would still have 13 on the next turn, or I still have 13 with max draw. So I should have trashed a silver. Yeah, that was my fault. So I'll take the blame for that kerfuffle. Because it really should have been a province hand, and I just kind of played it dumb. Or played the previous hand dumb. I'm probably getting a bit too fixated on trying to do forum plus green at the expense of any green at all. At least that's the way it definitely looks to me. Whereas he's, he has less money in deck, but he's hitting province much more consistently. Okay. I mean, I just have to kind of go for double province here and see if I can get it. And then try and probably trash some silvers. If I can. So I have another rabble in here, so I don't have to necessarily save anything. I don't know if this makes sense. But rabble plays seem reasonably good. I mean, he probably has a farming village, right? And he can just get rid of it. But okay, so do I want the golds or not? Probably not, right? Well, it's unclear anyway. I mean, I'm just trying to hit province, right? So the gold is a pretty good card for that. Well, for the next turn, but on the following turn, I'm going to want to be able to double again. Okay, I'll just do this. Okay. So, well, I can play one of these. But now I have to crown a forum. This is not that easy to decide on. Well, what's left? Horde, farming village. There's a lot of green in there. Can this miss? I should not discard something that can miss. If I play rabble, I know there's more gold, but there's a province, chapel, gold, horde, rabble farming village. I think. Though I think it can't miss. Now the question is, do I draw? Yeah, I need to draw again, don't I? Okay, this is pretty good. Should I chapel the horde now? I should, right? Hopefully he doesn't have farming village in hand. Boo. Well, we just have to... He could easily not double anyway. And then if I can province and duchy, I can win, even if he goes province duchy. Obviously, there's nothing I could do in the case where he manages to double. But he did have one farm. If he didn't have one farming village in hand, that's potentially a frustrating hand for him. My hand could still turn quite bad. Quite easily. Because I could just fail to have the actions to play an outpost or something like that. Quite easily. He's got it all, so he's just going for a clean shuffle. See if he gets it or not. Okay, he didn't fast click, so that was a good sign. Ooh, this is not acceptable. Yeah. I suppose it's worth it to play one rabble. It's unlikely to net me anything. We had to find one of the villages. So he had 3 farming villages. I just have one and then the other village. So that in the end did not help me. Even if he doubled duchies, then it just gets really long. The game. This is also a lot of my building stuff, so even my next turn is likely to be quite bad. But he's very likely to just finish, of course. Especially with that. We'll get the GGs ready. I'll even preemptively write in the score, but yeah, there's no way. Alright, well that took forever, but the first game mainly was the thing that took forever, and that was me just really thinking about that one little puzzle. Didn't quite get there. I don't know who's gonna report. I can report. So we ended 3-3. That one I felt like I had a chance there at the end, of course, but didn't draw, so. But thanks for watching, and I'm playing Warfrat tomorrow morning. See ya.